2019 Audi A5 Sportback Review. Since the millennium, Audi has tripled its range, as well as the A5 Sportback is just about the newer models to reach you. Attempting to merge the sleek silhouette of an coupe, using the interior space of any saloon along with the practicality of any hatchback, the A5 Sportback slots above Audi's A4, which has a resultant hike in price. This second-generation model shares engines, interior and kit using the A4, but aims to get a more upmarket feel, featuring its high-quality interior, comfortable but sharp drive and steep pricing. At launch, around £3,000 separated the 5-door hatchback in the 4-door saloon that spawned it. With its genre-busting large luxury hatchback format, the Sportback has few rivals, although BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe targets a similar buyers. Aside from that, similarly priced upmarket alternatives range from the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe as well as the Jaguar XF Saloon. Watch Audi A5 Sportback vs Kia Stinger vs VW Audi. Comfort, style and upmarket interior. The A5 Sportback is attempting to be every item and fixture to all people, using the promise of coupe style, hatchback practicality and impressive road holding, along with the option of all-wheel drive along the range. Its BMW alternative, meanwhile, concentrates on providing a sharper drive even though it exactly matches the Audi for boot space. The Audi also carries a slicker interior than its rival, with plush materials along with a slick media system that is certainly navigated, having a rotary controller mounted behind the gear stick, instead of a more distracting touchscreen interface. Comfort levels are high, too, as is also refinement, making the A5 an excellent long-distance cruiser. The pick with the A4's engine range. Power for your A5 Sportback comes from a small amount of 2.0-litre and 3.0-litre petrol and diesel motors. Most affordable these at launch was the 190 horsepower 2.0-litre diesel, obtainable in front and quattro all-wheel drive form, and then a 3.0-litre 218 horsepower quattro-only diesel. Petrol choices will include a quattro-only 252 horsepower 2.0-litre along with the range-topping all-wheel drive 354 horsepower 3.0-litre S5 performance model. All versions come that has a standard fit 7-speed twin-clutch automatic bar the 190 horsepower front-wheel drive diesel models, which feature a 6-speed manual as standard. The S5, meanwhile, turns into a conventional automatic with 8 gears. Most frugal may be the 190 horsepower diesel in automatic form, which returns claimed fuel economy of nearly 70 miles per gallon and low enough official CO2 emissions to fall under the £20 car tax band for models registered before April 2019. At the other end with the range, the S5 can sprint to 62 miles per hour in a very rapid 4.7 seconds, though in turn claimed economy drops below 40 miles per gallon. 3 trim levels can be obtained, alongside the S5, say, Sport and S-Line. Standard kit includes niceties like heated front seats and back and front parking sensors, though sat-nav is notable by its absence. Thankfully Sport includes this, though if you like sporty styling, firmer suspension and grippy sports seats, you'll be forced to pay more for S-Line. With decent refinement, impressive muscle along with the prospect of 60 miles per gallon plus economy, it's the front-wheel drive 2.0-litre diesel models which make the most sense. Audi Rs5 Sportback revealed in 2019. At the New York Motor Show in 2019, a high-performance Rs5 Sportback was revealed. It's mechanically similar to the Rs5 Coupe, so utilizes a 2.9-litre V6 twin-turbo petrol engine with 450 horsepower and 600 Nm of torque to get to 0 to 60 miles per hour dash in 3.9 seconds using a top speed of 174 miles per hour. Its defining features are 15 mm wider wheel arches, 19-inch wheels, with 20s for an option, suspension 7 mm below the S5 as well as the firm's quattro all-wheel drive system. While it isn't yet open to order in Europe, the brand new Rs5 Sportback proceeds sale from the USA and Canada within the second half of 2019. Audi A5 Sportback Review. the A5 Sportback receives a lot more powerful engines from your A4 range, and consequently, even slowest model grows to 62 miles per hour within a brisk 8.0 seconds. Go for a mechanical model which drops to 7.9 seconds, even though the all-wheel drive version cuts that to 7.4 seconds, with barely any wheel spin as power goes to every 1/4 tires. The 3.0-litre diesel shaves off an additional second, together with the 252 horsepower 2.0-litre petrol taking just 6.0 seconds. The performance-oriented S5, meanwhile, takes a mere 4.7 seconds. All models are equipped for at least 145 miles per hour, bar one of the most frugal ultra-diesel models, which exhausts steam at 130 miles per hour, as all engines are offered with quattro all-wheel drive. The harder powerful models, including its standard, the Sportback, doesn't have any problem transmitting its chance to the road. At launch, the 190 horsepower 2.0-litre diesel, in front-wheel drive form, is available, which has a manual gearbox, while all models add a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. The S5, though, features an 8-speed standard automatic gearbox. The S Tronic gearboxes are super slick and quick to vary gear, making the only real downside the harder than £1,500 premium. For a car on this size, which is likely to see its great amount of long journeys, this gearbox suits the automobile very well, both while using 2.0-litre petrol and diesel engines. Despite being your initial range topper, the S5 gets to be a less sophisticated standard automatic gearbox. In comparison, this really is slow to improve gear and far less appropriate for fast driving, pausing notably between you pressing the throttle and it also changing gear, making for the frustrating driving experience. Audi Rs5 Sportback performance. Announced for the 2019 New York Motor Show, the Rs5 Sportback features the same mechanical parts since the Rs5 Coupé. It'll cover 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds and carry on to a top speed of 174 miles per hour. We'll update this review once we've driven it later in 2019. Whether you go for the 2 or 4-wheel drive version, the A5 Sportback feels secure on the highway. The steering is direct and offers a reasonable sense of control, proving light enough for straightforward maneuvering, while weighing up nicely at speed. Go for just a front-wheel drive diesel, as well as the Sportback has precise steering while offering plenty of grip from the bends. However, the all-wheel drive petrol we drove felt as it rolled more inside corners, offering less confidence within the level of grip available. We also tried a 2.0-litre diesel with quattro along with the £600 optional damper control suspension. This model felt very planted around bends, absorbing bumps without getting thrown off course in spite of the large 19-inch alloy wheels suited to our test car. The S5 Sportback proves sharper still, with total traction in the all-wheel drive system and intensely sensitive steering at lower speeds in your test car, that has been fitted while using £950 dynamic steering option and damper control, in such a case £900. Use the full power with the engine, however, along with the car feels soft, while using suspension allowing a touch too much roll in turns to meet faster drivers. Our test car also had the £1,200 sport differential. With this fitted, the S5 can be produced to slide around corners when pushed hard, though it provides a much greater safety net when compared to a similarly powerful two-wheel drive car where every one of the power goes toward the rear tires. Plush materials, slick design along with a user-friendly media system increase the risk for A5 Sportback, a great place to while away seemingly endless motorway trips. All the materials feel tactile and solid, along with the design, closely associated with that with the A4, seems somehow more upmarket within the slow-slung four-door coupe having its sleek roofline. There's a decision between large, clear analog dials as well as a fully digital virtual cockpit in their place, which helps you to customize the display, for instance having a large sat-nav map and small speedometer and rev counter. Whether you spend extra for your litre or otherwise, the principal instruments are really easy to watch traveling, with simple litre controls which make it simple to navigate between trip computer, phone, radio and navigation displays amongst others. The central media system is similarly accessible, thanks to your rotary control with the base in the gear lever and logically arranged menus. The row of horizontal switches for your climate control product is a bit trickier to make use of, however, as it's challenging the right button by feel, but that is really problematic. With comfy seats, compliant suspension and extremely little wind, road or engine noise making itself heard inside, both in petrol and diesel form, the A5 Sportback is definitely a comfortable car. Choose a model with 17-inch alloy wheels fitted, as well as the ride is especially luxurious, making for any great car for passengers and driver alike. We also found the optional sports seats very comfortable, with good back and side support. Throttled from the S Tronic automatic gearbox, plus the A5 is definitely a relaxing car to operate a vehicle, able to absorbing the bumpiest of country road without fuss. Models fitted with 19-inch alloy wheels and much less rubber between driver and also the road offer a noticeably firmer ride. Community should still prove over-comfortable enough for many drivers. Specify the optional damper control suspension, plus the picture is much better, which has a bit more give within the suspension and greater power to soak up bumps, in case you steer clear in the firmer dynamic mode. The large wheels do provide a lot of extra noise, however. Step up towards the S5 Sportback so you get more driver-focused sports suspension. While firmer versus the other models, it's little worse than other A5s with larger alloy wheels, plus the car is mainly unfazed by big bumps. Plenty of kit is obtainable in the Sportback, though you must pay extra to obtain some equipment which you may expect as standard, for instance sat-nav. Entry-level SE cars include heated front seats, cruise control, back and front parking sensors and 3-zone climate control. Also standard are powerful xenon headlights as well as an electric tailgate, together with 17-inch alloy wheels. Thankfully, sat-nav sounds like standard on sport models, same as electrically adjustable leather sports seats in addition for the SE's more features. Range-topping S-line models, meanwhile, gain 18-inch alloy wheels, sharper exterior body styling, firmer sports suspension plus more supportive sports seats along with a sports tire and LED headlights. S5 Sportbacks share exactly the same kit as S-Line plus 19-inch alloy wheels and unique sports suspension and gratification brakes to harness the engine's additional muscle over other models. Deeper sports seats are added, out-of-the-box body kit along with an 8.3-inch sat-nav system, headlight washers and high beam assist, which will help you avoid dazzling oncoming drivers. As with many Audis, a raft of optional equipment is obtainable, often at substantial extra expense, from different alloy wheel designs to 2 varieties of headlight and 5 sorts of suspension. These suspension options let drivers pick from firmer or higher comfort-oriented setups with regards to the trim they go for. Meanwhile, dynamic steering varies the sensitivity with the steering dependent upon speed, with regard to added maneuverability at low speeds and fewer responsiveness about the motorway, for greater stability. A panoramic glass roof is usually available, much like several different sports seats and leather upholstery. Electric adjustment with the front seats and heating for both rows is usually added, too. Several packs are available, bundling kit together within a package. The technology pack includes an 8.3-inch sat-nav system with 3 years in-car 4G internet, use of online services and wireless phone charging. The comfort and sound pack bundles a Bang & Olufsen subwoofer, keyless entry and boot opening with electrically adjustable front seats. The Vision pack comes using the Virtual Cockpit digital dials, a head-up display and high beam assist. As you move the light and Vision pack swaps aforementioned 2 features for matrix LED headlights that provide maximum lighting while avoiding dazzling oncoming traffic, and LED interior lighting. Extended warranties and further safety kit can even be added. The car, the A5 Sportback, will depend on the A4, scored full marks in Euro NCAP crash assessment when put towards the test in 2015. It chalked up a substantial 89% for adult occupant safety and 87% for child occupants. Meanwhile, that it was rated at 75% for pedestrian safety and safety assist, the active systems which help to avoid a crash inside first place. Several optional safety packs will also be available, such as the Driver Assistance Pack, Tour, Parking Assistance Pack and Parking Assistance Pack Advanced. The first pack includes adaptive cruise control that may maintain a safe distance behind the auto from a standstill to the vehicle's top speed on automatic models, with manual equipped models functional above 20 mph. Automatic A5s also can move forward automatically in stop-start traffic, talking charge of steering, brakes and accelerator around 40 mph, making driving in traffic a smaller amount stressful. This pack also helps to make the automatic braking function work along the car's entire speed range, together with the addition of collision avoidance assistant, which will help to avoid this brief should the automobile lose control, by utilizing sensors to watch the street ahead and adding steering interventions to protect yourself from obstacles. Other kit includes technology that watches road signs and presents these about the dashboard, and active lane assist that assists the driver in which to stay their lane above 40 mph. The parking assistance packs convey a 360-degree camera and park assist that may park the vehicle for itself. The advanced pack includes these components plus systems that warn driver and passengers of approaching cyclists when parked, and vehicles approaching from behind. Boot space for that A5 Sportback exactly matches its main rival, the BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe, at 480 litres using the rear seats available and 1,300 litres with him or her dropped. This means the boot will be the same size as being the Audi A4 saloon while using seats constantly in place, but much larger using them dropped. Community still lags somewhat behind the A4 Avon. Another benefit comes using the addition of an hatchback, meaning that loading large items must be simple. The rear seats, however, certainly are a mixed bag. Those from the outer seats must be pretty comfortable, with good back support and ample room for heads and legs, though access is slightly trickier when compared to models with higher roof lines. The middle seat is significantly less comfortable, with barely any headroom for grown adults, creating this very much a four-seater. Large cup holders within the front get back some brownie points, so does a boot net and lashing points to assist secure items from the boot.